All right, look, I realize that a lot of you aren't from the US, and that's gonna suck when we do tier lists because half of these things are US only, but guess what? We're doing cartoons, and this time, I promise to give you the best tier list of all time. We got like 30, 40 episodes of cartoons, although I'm pretty sure That's So Raven, not a cartoon, doesn't matter. We're gonna figure it out. And we're just gonna do our best to make sure that everybody's happy here. Psych, I'm just fucking with you. Nobody should be happy. S-tier cartoon, Avatar The Last Airbender. If you have not watched Avatar The Last Airbender right now, you should go back and do so. Not only is the series one of the best animes, it is an anime, but it's also a heartwarming and incredible storyline that you should absolutely finish. And then you should go watch Book of Korra afterwards. Book of Korra, I would say it's like an 8 out of 10. Avatar is truly one of the best shows you can watch. Highly recommended. Courage the Cowardly Dog gets an A tier. This thing is like the original Salad Fingers. Weird writing, weird animation, weird show premises. Like, it's about a dog with cavities that cares about his mom and abusive dad, that weird shit happens in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how to quantify this show, but I can tell you that it is one of the few gems of the 90s and 2000s. Courage the Cowardly Dog, A tier. Family Guy is like the cheese pizza of edginess. It's like, yeah, you did the job, it's fine, you have some funny moments, but it's just okay. Simpsons is C tier as well, because while they did, predict everything, that's the whole meme, I don't love the writing in The Simpsons. I just think it's aight. It's like King of the Hill. I feel like South Park has done everything they can do. It's like they've already made fun of everything that could ever be made fun of. So the last couple seasons have just been all right. South Park is great. It's always gonna hold a special place in my heart, but it's not A tier, it's not S tier. It's just good. Cat Dog is a B tier show. All right, this was one of the weirdest shows in the world. It's about a fucking cat dog hybrid animal thing that lives in a fishbone house. Like, what? It's like we put a cat and a dog together, because those two animals don't get together well, and then we make a cartoon about it. I appreciate the genius mind behind Cat Dog, by the way. I think it's a great show. I'm realizing there's a lot of shit down here that I don't care about, so I'm going to focus on the things that I care about, and then I will fill in as we need it. Pokemon is an S tier. I feel like that's such a cop-out, but it really is. Not only was the show well done, but like the voice acting was good, the moral behind it was great, the games that were spawned from, like, shit, man. Pokemon nailed it. They really did, and my first crush from like an animated cartoon type thing, aside from Lola Bunny, was Misty. So, King of the Hill is C tier. It would be F tier, but as I've grown older, it has gotten more funny and better. It's just like what I imagine Walmart would look like if you animated it. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is a D tier show. Everybody likes to joke about it, kind of like with the Corey in a House meme. It's like, look at us, we got ourselves like a funny, non-animated, animated cartoon. No, shit was whack. It was about two rich-ass white kids that looked like Justin Bieber that lived inside of a penthouse with their hot-as-fuck mom. Hey Arnold, another A-tier cartoon, one of the pinnacles of quality 90s Nicktoons, all right? One of my favorite songs of all time, Jim Lang's Remote, okay? It's just like the Hey Arnold sad song that everyone knows. The only thing I wish they would do is have Arnold find true love, but anyone except Helga Pataki, that bitch was whack, man. Seriously, that woman had a bubblegum shrine in her bedroom. That's fucked up. All that, A tier. I would put it at S tier, but that's reserved for like truly the game changers of your life, okay? All that has people that graduated and went to SNL. It was the kids' SNL. It was funny, it was clever, it was not cringy in any way, shape, or form. All that deserves a lot of respect. Doug was D tier, all right? This man had a best friend named Skeeter. I can't let that slide. That was really fucked up, even though I went to school for my dress up as a superhero day as Quail Man. Not many people got it. And he really was attracted to some girl named Patty Mayonnaise, and that's weird. Wizards of Waverly Place, F. My gym partner's a monkey, F. All right, we got ourselves the Flintstones, F. Clone Wars, F. Proud Family, F. Total Drama Island, F. Phineas and Ferb, F. Batman, F. Ben 10, F. Even Steven, F. Flapjack, F. Johnny Test, F. Justice League, F. Camp Lazlo, One Piece, F. Hannah Montana, F. You might ask why I just F-tiered all of these shows. It's because I didn't care about them, watch them, or currently don't give a shit about them at all. They're all fine in their own way. I just don't care / didn't know them. I changed it to dunno because I haven't really watched any of them. Robot Chicken, D tier. I never thought that Robot Chicken did a good job of making me laugh. Maybe I was a little too young for it, but it just seemed like a really shitty claymation version of SNL. In terms of claymation stuff that I liked, Celebrity Deathmatch was like T1. Robot Chicken, cool premise. I think I just missed the mark and it wasn't for me. Danny Phantom, I don't even remember the premise of this show. It was a dude that was a ghost. Amanda Show, C tier, because Amanda Show had the dancing lobsters, which was great. And that's really all I remember is her saying, bring out the dancing lobsters. Chalk Zone was F tier. Do you want to know why it was F tier? Because while I remember this show very well, I don't remember a fucking thing that happened in it, all right? I don't remember the main character's name. I just remember they could draw shit. It was like an extensive episode of Doodle Bob. My life is a teenage robot. Stop it. Phil the Future's a D tier because I know somebody who was in it, all right? That's it. That's the only reason why it's not F tier. I remember watching maybe 1 or 2 episodes when it was just on in between whatever the hell else I was watching, but I don't remember really anything else about it, so Powerpuff Girls B tier, all right? This was like the girl power show that actually dudes watched, okay? Blossom was the real one. Fuck Bubbles, fuck Buttercup, all right? Blossom was my main girl. I will ride or die Blossom. Recess is a C tier. TJ Detweiler had the whole idea of the show was really good. It just didn't really have an everlasting mark on me. Like if somebody says, hey, you remember that show Recess? I'll be like, hell yeah. And then that's all I can contribute because I don't remember anything else that happened. Example, Adventure Time is an A tier show. This show is the epitome of cartoon for kids that adults can watch. I mean, this episode that made me go, wow, what the fuck am I watching? Go watch the episode where the old elephant is in search of an apple, a crystallized apple. Johnny Bravo is F tier. Here's why. I watched a lot of Johnny Bravo and my mom always got mad at me for it because as that viral tweet says, basically somebody walked in to the boardroom, did a line of coke and was like, it's about a womanizing man that hits on women no matter what. And he always gets shit on for it. And the guy was like, yeah, sounds good. 14 seasons of that. Let's just go ahead and make it work. Just so I can make sure that everybody loves me, Dragon Ball Z is an S tier. I used to have my mom VHS record every night at 6:30 for the new Dragon Ball Z episodes. And I would come home from school and I'd watch them. Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon basically shaped my childhood. Avatar is just that good that it belongs up there. That's how good those shows are. Rocket Power is B tier. I love Rocket Power. Not only do they have this whole idea of shoobies and like being hip and cool and active, they all surfed, they all skateboarded, but I will never forget the time. Never that Squid calculated that Otto could not hit that 900 and then the lawnmower came over the tennis ball and shot a tennis ball at the perfect angle and it hit Otto when he was in the air and he did a 900 and he nailed it. And I was like, bro! And then like Tito was over there smoking weed in the back. Yu-Gi-Oh's another B tier. I liked it a lot. I watched it a lot, but I collected the cards, but the cards are separate. The show itself was all right. I remember watching the Twitch series where they just played it over and over, each episode over and over again. Really forgot how much I hated a lot of the voice acting. Like Joey's a bitch. Kids Next Door is a D tier. It fits alongside the other shows where I'm like, I watched this, but only because it was on. Wild Thornberrys, I have a lot to say about this. It's an F tier show. This show was fucked up, all right? This show had a group of gingers basically touring Africa with a rabid child and an intelligent monkey, and the only thing that anybody cares about the Wild Thornberrys for is Nigel's big-ass schnoz, all right? But I watched a lot of it. It was not good. Samurai Jack was pretty solid. I'm gonna put it at the C tier. Samurai Jack was cool. They actually remade it recently, and I think that it didn't do that great. I just remember Apu and the intro sequence being incredible, as well as just the whole show's like fighting, and it was worthy of not a D or F tier. Like Zoink Scoob, that's a B tier. I watched a lot of Scooby-Doo. My parents loved it. They always would encourage me to watch it. Scooby-Doo had great characters. Each one was very interesting. I was a big fan of Shaggy and Scoob. They just had this cool dynamic. The mysteries were always interesting. I think Scooby-Doo could have been an A tier. For me, it just didn't really hit that like profound, oh, I really love this shit. iCarly is in here for all the fucking like 16-year-olds, okay? iCarly is a D tier show. It was a standard Nickelodeon show. I grew up, I was a little too old for it. I watched it a little bit because my sister watched it. Miranda Cosgrove is like, I just feel weird saying it, but like, she's the only reason why any of you guys give a shit about it. SpongeBob is an S tier show. I feel weird putting so many things up there on S tier, but SpongeBob truly was one of my most watched cartoons. My mom tried to make me stop watching it. She thought that SpongeBob and Patrick were gay for a little bit of time, but I know every single word to the Krusty Krab pizza entire episode. I remember watching that episode for the first time in my friend Nick's basement with his mom there. Like SpongeBob was the truth, is the truth, and continues to be an incredible show, so I will forever be a fan of SpongeBob. Jimmy Neutron C tier. I really feel like people over-exaggerate how much they loved a show based off of the current popular memes. Jimmy's mom could get it though, so Jimmy Neutron's a B tier because Jimmy's mom could get it. That's my final answer. Chowder, I didn't watch enough to make a statement. That's kind of weird, but eh. Ed, Edd n Eddy is a C-tier show. This is a show about a group of misfits that spend hundreds of real-world dollars building machines so they could probably steal 25 cents so they could get a jawbreaker. Dexter's Laboratory is an F-tier show. Dexter's mom was thick as fuck. Mandark's laugh is ha 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 ha. Can we put Mandark's laugh on right now? It ruined the show. That's a Raven's not a cartoon, and I never watched enough of it to put it on there, so that's at the bottom. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, pretty solid D-tier show. I think it's a C-tier show. Meatwad, Shake, like, they have interesting characters. It's an alright show. Power Rangers is dunno, because I never really watched a lot of it. I just didn't get into it. Naruto is a solid C-tier show. It just is. I feel weird saying it, but I've watched it several times. It's not even a quality anime. It doesn't have the same impact as Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon had for me, same with Avatar, and I can guarantee that there are at least 100 of you who are watching this who would easily switch one of my S tiers with Naruto. But it's just like, how much did it impact you as a person? Naruto did not do that for me, therefore I recognize it's a good show, just not good for me. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is F tier. Like, you mean to tell me that Frankie and Blue and and Mac, these guys just hung out in an orphanage for imaginary friends? You chose this blue flubber looking ass, okay? And you didn't think to yourself one time, like, let me just make a carbon copy of Ariana Grande. That's my imaginary friend. It's Jessica Negri. Weak-minded individual. Not a good show. Drake and Josh, C tier. It's just another one of those, like, it did its job. I watched it when it was on. It doesn't hold a special place in my heart. It's funny for the memes, but that's about it. The best part about Teen Titans was the intro. It's a C-tier show. It did everything all right. It's like the equivalent of Little Caesar's Pizza. Fairly Odd Parents was a B-tier show. I really liked it. I loved the fact that we got some solid memes out of it. I love the fact that the show itself had a pretty good message behind it. I was a big fan of the fact that Butch is a great follow on Twitter. That man draws his heart out and makes it, you know what? That's probably why it's a B tier. This could be a solid C tier show, but I enjoy so much about Fairly Odd Parents. I think it's worth the B. I don't think I watched any regular show. I mean, I know what it's about, and I know some general characters, but that's kind of it. I'm sorry. Boondocks? I was not allowed to watch the Boondocks. American Dad is F tier. It's like the shittiest version of Family Guy and The Simpsons, as well as King of the Hill. If you made King of the Hill the redneck version, King of the Hill is for rednecks. King of the Hill is for middle America. The Simpsons are for people over 45 years old. Family Guy is for people that think they're edgy and they're 30. American Dad sucks. Looney Tunes is A tier. It has such a commanding and very passionate area of my heart. I watched this every Sunday. It was like the de facto thing that you would watch whenever you woke up, before or after church, if you did that. That was what my family did. But like the intro and outro, the characters themselves, it was a good show. I love the Looney Tunes, and I do miss early Sunday morning cartoons. Futurama's C tier, only because I didn't watch a lot of it. It's in the same vein as Family Guy, Simpsons, King of the Hill. It's nowhere near American Dad. Kim Possible is D tier. It just is. It was like a shitty Powerpuff Girls, but instead they had naked mole rats and a girl who decided to wear a crop top with cargo pants. And you know what we say about cargo pants? Not today. Rugrats is S tier. All right, this man Tommy had a screwdriver in his underwear, in his diapers, that he would use to break himself and the boys and girls out of the pen. This was a show about childhood rebellion, about Lilith and Philip, these two twins that were fucking whack, but they always did some crazy shit. This show was so wild and cool that the parents were making pot brownies at 2 a.m. Like, the art style reminded me of my family. It just was like quintessential 90s. I loved everything about it, and Reptar, to this day, is the only true giant dinosaur that I will pay my respects to. That is my spicy millennial kids cartoon show tier list maker video. I'm sorry for anyone that was expecting me to rank the ones that I didn't really care about, but I tried to keep this video under 20 minutes long. I'm very passionate about my cartoons, and if you have any suggestions / comments about any of the ones I listed, I will gladly debate you in depth in the comment section.